I think that there's a lot of things that organizations are doing nowadays in order to ensure that disabled people are well accommodated in the workplace. As for me, working in the HR department of Kazang, my experience has been quite wonderful because not only is it because it's the ladies' side only, it's because it's filled with the ladies only, and then it's been amazing to the point that even when I get to ask questions because I'm a student, I want to learn more inside the organization and see how things are done in the corporate world. So when I ask questions, even whether I didn't hear them correctly while they were saying it at the first place, and then they're gonna keep repeating it until they ensure that I understands it, and he's going to do it and do it over and over again up until he understands it. And it's not only just that. Even inside the company, there are a lot of the stairs. Like, I think it accommodates well for even people with wheelchairs because like there's bigger spaces and everything. So yeah, it's quite been a wonderful experiences. And also I've been part of East Silumko for 2 years, I think so, and I really like the relationship that I've built with them for to the point that like most of the times I used to think that people with disabilities don't have much opportunities outside there, but it's not that they don't have much opportunities out there. It's just that there's not much marketing of whether what opportunities are there that are available for people with disabilities. If there were so many opportunities that were out there that were marketed very well so that people with disabilities, I know a lot of people with disabilities who stays in the streets, they are not working. Most of them, they are not even going to school because they think that they will not be well accommodated in schools, as to the point that like when you go to a certain place, like there should be some guidelines. I think so, there should be some guidelines if whether there is accommodation for people living with disabilities, there is accommodation for all sorts of people. Like, I really liked what Lizanne said, that we shouldn't put the word onto it as such as there are normal people, there are people living with disabilities. But in such cases whereby I think there have to be guidelines because as it is a spectrum of different kinds of disabilities and how they should be accommodated, I think there are different disabilities and their accommodations, they are different. So since they are different, they will require certain things for each one of them. So I think that in this company that I'm working for right now at Kazang, I'm welcome accommodated. And I think for other disabilities and other disabilities that I know of, when I look inside the organization, I can still the accommodation and inclusivity. And the most amazing part is that when I started working here as a student, I'm not the first learners. The group of learners that I started with, we are not the first learners who entered the organization as disabled people. There were disabled students before us. That means that it's not just about ticking the box with them. That's the most amazing part to me because I'm always afraid of being as a kind of person who is just in a place just to tick the box.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. That's it for me.
I think I'd like you to speak on the tech part of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
So the
Like
second,
how,
yeah,
the
yeah.
second part of the
Please pardon
question
me.
was
Yes.
how
Pardon
does
me
tech,
again.
So-
tech aid you?
yeah,
Yeah.
how does tech aid you?
How-
Like
how does tech
technology.
aid
Yeah.
Okay.
How does
Yeah.
it help?
Okay. In terms of the tech, I don't need much from my side because I'm a person with a hearing aid. So like in terms of the tech, like my computers are well fine because I can see clearly and everything. Yes, but I don't think there's much. Even the computers, they are working clearly. Even with my hearing aid, it can well accommodate when I have headphones on my head. And like either way, when a person is speaking from the other side of the computer, I can clearly hear them. I can clearly hear everything that they are saying. And in case of if whether I still need anything, like I have contact with IT department, I can still get in touch with them. I mean, they are very helpful. They are very nice guys out there, and it's like I send one text and then yeah, it's not just to me only, like to other people as well. I mean, it's a very nice company. Everyone is nice. Everyone is accommodating and everything. Yeah.
Oh, so sorry. Luto was gonna.
Yes, 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 yes. I have some words. Um, on what you said, Aya. Yes, I liked some of your points. Here in Kazang, honestly, I will talk about this environment because I started work here. I love this place very much. People of this place are very kind, first of all. Um, honestly, I haven't came across some struggles so far here. Everyone, as I said, is kind. Also, on the tech aid, um, there's not some difficulties on the tech aid so far on my department, and everybody there is supportive. They don't give a pressure. They always on you when you feel like you don't come the way you want to. They give you some ideas, better perspectives. Also, yeah, they also take the responsibilities. Yes, that's all I can say. Thank you.
Oh, I'll bring that. Oh, sorry. Did you not want to?
You can go first. Sorry.
From a technology point of view, I think what we strive to do is to find different departments that can easily accommodate the individual, and hence I'm saying the individual, not the person with a disability, the individual. In order to make their working experience, their learning experience, a lot more accommodating and more meaningful to them, so that they can walk away not only with the theoretical knowledge, but also the practical knowledge as well. So I think that from a tech perspective, if that is what we want to call it, should be accommodated to the individual initially. At Kazang, we do try and ensure that all individuals have enough equipment, and there's not a shortage where that is concerned. It's granting you the opportunity to do your work effectively, and to meet your objectives. So I'm glad, I'm thankful for the fact that Ayabonga feels the way about HR, and also that you feel about which department are you in? Sales. Okay. And then from a sales perspective, do you feel that technology wise you are aided quite well?
Yes, yes, because some of the stuff on that department I'm familiar with now because people they talk, they give information, they showed you everything that you were supposed to do. Like they always positive. I like the attitude. They are kind. They are kind.
Yeah, no, that's great. And I mean, in terms of tech advancements, something as simple as autocorrect, I think, is game changing. I mean, for me especially, when I'm typing out things, I will absolutely mistype and I will not see that. So I mean, literally, right? No, exactly, exactly. And it's these little things, these little advancements that can be just so incredibly helpful. Just, I mean, the ability to turn up the volume on a thing, to zoom in or to have a little magnifying glass on your screen. That's it's just these little things that make that I would say equalize people's potential, and let allow you to fulfill what you can do.
Yeah, no, I've got to say I agree with Ayabonga and Luther. I think that a lot of the accommodations come from sort of the culture of the company that we're at. A lot of the sort of experiences I've had, I can come across as kind of rude, almost, or not fully understand a conversation, and everyone around has always just been so friendly and accommodating about that. It's the kindest people on earth, genuinely. And I think in terms of the tech, what sort of allowed that to happen is these various platforms that we have. You see these like wellness emails, and there's the park runs and all that. Having that culture sort of spread throughout, everyone gets the emails and watches the conferences and goes to the events and everything. It's just a wonderful thing to sort of see that acceptance and that those accommodations like being made for multiple people all across the company. So, yeah.
Sorry, Josh.
Continue.
I think following on from that, and personally what I see within the business is, regardless of whether you're achieving or not achieving and whether you have a disability or not, if you are seen to be trying and working hard and trying to achieve the Lusaka or the Kazang goals that we're always trying to set and strive for, I think that goes a really long way. And whether it's in your personal experience or others, it's like if your team is clearly seeing that Alistair is trying and maybe he's being a little bit brash today, it's like it's all good. It's like Alistair wants to do better tomorrow and better the next week and achieve the overall goals that we're trying to hit. And I think that, at least from a culture perspective, makes a big difference. The people that are, whether you have a disability or not, that are trying to hit our goals and trying to achieve, will succeed here and do really, really well. And it goes a long way to be seen.
I was just going to make sort of a comment, and then I was going to ask you, Shay, just about a question. But my comment was basically because I've had this year of experience of physical disability, temporary physical disability. So I've sort of faced these challenges. I didn't really recognize how places in the world aren't wheelchair accessible, or they're not horizontally mobile accessible. Let's call it that. Tons of stairs everywhere. Obviously here we've got a lift that can take you to whichever floor that you're working on. Our previous office, which is still an office under the group, doesn't. It's not really something that is thought about until you're faced with someone who actually has to go through those challenges. So I'm appreciative to Lusaka for whether that was part of the consideration of moving here or not. I'm thankful regardless. But then my question to you was basically going to be, because you've worked in this industry, you've worked with these companies for years and years and years. Are you seeing lots of companies start to adapt to these which are now more publicly these more public disabilities or these impediments? Are you seeing change happening?
Yeah, most definitely. I think it's just to start off with Lusaka and Kazang, you guys are really set up to accommodate, and a lot of what we do over the last decade and a half is going to businesses to do a workplace accommodation audit, where we have a look at the accommodations and something simple as getting to and from, parking outside, etc., accessibility. We have seen major changes where companies really took that into consideration, where they've gone as far as to do major construction within their businesses. I just want to go back to the question where we talk of struggles, and it's really nice to hear Luto speak so nicely of his personal experiences in the environment, but a lot of people out there, face different struggles where they're not able to. It's embarrassing to ask for something. It's embarrassing to say, "Hey, I'm not able to see the words on my computer screen, so I can't be as efficient as I would." So there is a lot of tech out there, and part of what we do, and again with this, I can focus on this project, is we do a workplace accommodation form up front, and we really sit with that person and identify whether it's a height of a chair or the height of a table, or you're not able to sit at a certain angle for prolonged periods of time. So anything that can accommodate you to help you and support you in your role, that's vitally important to any business out there. And there's been a lot of change. One last thing before I hand over the mic is, I was at Sea Point Checkers yesterday, and I just turned around and had a look and saw that they actually have a complete separate queue for everyone with disabilities, and highlighted there. So I was quite impressed with that. It's the first time I saw it yesterday, and it's funny how probably when we leave this meeting today, we're probably going to notice quite a few of those things. So.
Not just 10
Yeah,
items.
Yeah.
not just 10 items or less. Yeah.
That's still 10 items.
Yeah.